Crystal Palace in the first of the two one-day night internationals played between Pakistan 11 and Air India Indian 11. The weather, it's very good here, and the wicket right underneath me, well, I won't make any comments because I don't think, as Jeffrey Walker puts it, the key can go in. But I have, however, the former Indian Test captain, Sunil Gavaskar, and the former Pakistan Test captain, Imran Khan, for whom these two games are being played for his cancer appeal, about to toss up. Welcome, gentlemen. So, you want to toss out there?
Yes, certainly, why not? Heads. Well, as always, he's black.
Do you want to say a few words?
Well, I've lost the toss again, and Imran's always not only beaten me while I'm batting, but he's beaten me spin of the coin as well.
Yes, PJ, I'm glad we won the toss. Are you playing, Sunny? Because I'm not playing. I don't want to make this match non-serious. But our team is going to bat first.
Imran, before I let you guys go out there, can you tell us a little bit more about your cancer project?
Well, this match is really in aid of the cancer hospital, which we were scheduled to open in December. But because of certain political problems in Pakistan, we've postponed the opening to March now. And so whatever proceeds of the day will go towards the cancer hospital.
Now, Sunil, you have brought all your boys all over from India for this generous appeal. What do you have to say on that?
Well, this is a great cause, and as I've said before, this disease does not understand any color or creed or class. It affects anybody. And if Imran is doing something to help alleviate the sufferings of the people in Pakistan, we as Indians who are neighbors of Pakistan are only too happy to come and contribute. Also, it's a way of expressing our regards for Imran and his contribution to cricket, not just to Pakistan's cricket, but to world cricket.
And how do you see the game being played tonight?
Well, like most Pakistan and Indian games, they'll be competitive, but in a healthy sort of way. It won't be acrimonious. It'll be sort of well fought, but in a friendly manner.
Yes, I think India-Pakistan games are never frivolous. They're always played seriously. But considering that we're playing on artificial wicket, I can understand if the bowlers don't go flat out, because there's a possibility that they might not be able to grip the turf. And so we might not perhaps find too many bouncers, but I'm pretty certain there won't be any slackening of any effort on the part of both the teams.
Now, before I let you go again, you being one of the finest batsmen in the world are next to one of the finest all-rounders in the world. Did you ever used to get any kind of problems when he used to bowl at you?
Well, problems were always there. It was your job to try and negotiate the problems. But I suppose at the end of the day, we've come out about evens.
And did you like to give him problems?
Well, we realized that unless we gave him problems, our team had problems. Because if Sunny stayed, it wasn't a sort of batsman who would, score 40s or 50s. You knew that once he crossed maybe 30s, you were in for a lot of hard grind. So therefore, our team strategy was always to get him out.
Now, talking of team strategy, what kind of boys have you got here today?
It's a very good one-day team. I mean, I think Waqar possibly is not that fit and he might miss the game, but we've got a full Pakistan team with one or two younger members of the team, like Ahmed Nazir, who's going to be playing. Very promising cricketers. So it'll be an exciting day's play.
Sunil, have you brought any hidden surprises?
Well, I think there's Srinath, who's playing for the first time in England. He hasn't been to England before. I think he'll probably relish bowling on this wicket. And then there's Vinod Kamli, who hasn't well played in England. So these are the two boys that the spectators over here would love to see.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your views. So over to you, Henry, here.
PJ, thank you very much. It seems a crime, doesn't it, really? I say good evening to viewers everywhere. It seems a bit of a crime that two such wonderful entertainers as Imran Khan and Sunil Gavaskar should be allowed to hang up their boots. I think we should all subscribe so that they come out there and play at the Oswald Stadium in Bradford tomorrow. But I dare say if they did play, there'll be a great number of creaking limbs and the St. John's Ambulance people would be on all the time binding them up. Well, I have with me, as you hear, two even older citizens, two wonderful cricketers, and I dare say if you played, Farouk, we'd have to bind you up as well. A lot of you to bind up these days.
Well, I play a lot of cricket these days.
You do?
A lot of golf, a lot of tennis. You wouldn't think to look at me, but...
Well, no, quite honestly you wouldn't. But Asif, on the other hand, always looks as though he goes through the eye of a needle. I don't know how you manage to keep so fit.
I promise you, Luke is much fitter than I am, because I think I'm only to look at, whereas he's active, he plays all sports, and I think people get deceived by my appearance. I don't think I'm fit enough to play.
At least Asif modest to a fault always.
Pakistan 11 won the toss and elected to bat. The appeal there, Srinath wants a wicket, and they've got a leg by. Well, that skidded through, didn't it, a little bit? Is that a characteristic of this sort of surface, Asif?
Yes, it is. I think you'll notice that as the match progresses, this wicket is going to produce the nearest possible to the natural turf. And the batsman will have a very good bounce and pace with which they'll be able to play strokes.
Now it's Srinath to Basit Ali. Well, even in a 30-over match, you can afford to leave the odd ball alone. With 30 overs, you've obviously got to get going probably before you're ready. But I dare say the opening batsman can afford 3 or 4 overs just to have a bit of a look. Oh, what a magnificent blow. That's over the top, into the crowd, 6 runs. My goodness me, he saw that early, hit it over mid-wicket.
What a magnificent shot that was.
Srinath. And he's gone, Basit Ali is out, caught behind. He was trying to run that down to third man, and that is one of the ways batsmen are always likely to get out in one-day cricket, who they're supporting. So, 14 for 1.
There it is. I think we'll see the bounce, and Basit opening the face of the bat, trying to run it down through the vacant area of the slips.
Prabhakar, 2 runnies. Oh, that was a brilliant stop. Oh, he bowled him, Runny's playing inside the line, he's gone, bowled by Prabhakar for 10, and it's 30 for 2. India and Pakistan always play each other for real.
Indeed.
Well, Salim Malik is really chancing his arm outside the off stump.
Blows, if I may mention, they were having a few balls. The umpire has been very strict giving wides. The ball has been even slightly outside the leg stump. But there have been certain balls in the previous overs that have been wide outside off stump, and the umpire has been very lenient towards the bowler. I'm glad he wanted a wide this time.
That must be a wide, it is. Oh dear, Srinath's playing it all over the place. I suppose, Farooq, one could say that balls out wide of the off stump are easier to hit than balls wide of the leg stump.
Well, that should be the case, really. Depends if you're an offside player or an onside player, basically. But I would have much preferred to hit the balls outside the leg stump than outside the off stump. It's very, very individual there.
Is that another wide? No, the umpire thought about it, but decided against him. He might have felt the over would never finish.
But look at the keeper. He's been moving his feet and getting to the pitch of the ball, which is wonderful to see. An average wicket keeper, or an England wicket keeper these days, dives for almost everything.
He reminds me of a youthful engineer.
Well...
Oh, I say, take that. The deep cover is out there. Is that Sachin Tendulkar out there? I think it is.
Yes, that's Sachin there. It's just diving. It's wonderful to watch.
It's a good attempt at the Yorker, and Salim Malik could just only push it out, dig it out on the offside. And I must say, this is becoming a really gripping game of cricket. We're in the 8th over, 33 for 2 is the score. Pakistan batting, but they won the toss. And it's Manoj Prabhakar to Salim Malik. It's uppish, but it's wide of the bowler, but bit of misfielding. But just the single. Rashid Patil, the left-hander there, who let the ball through him, but recovered very quickly and only gave away a single.
Well, the Pakistan have lost 2 wickets. They're not afraid to hit the ball. They know it's a 30-over game. And wonderful spirit there.